Hello guys, so today we are going to be working on an art journal tag with a fun cat Halloween theme. This tag is one of the Dylusions journaling tags, a size 10, which means it's 4 1/8 inch by 8 1/2 inch. And the reason I chose to use a Dylusions tag is because I wanted to use some of the Dylusions paints. And her paints always come out so good on her own paper. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go ahead and get the background painted, and for this tag I want to use some purple. I need to shake up. This is the Dylusions paint in crushed grape. I'm getting crust everywhere. We're just going to have a play at making a fun, whimsical Halloween tag today. Okay, I've got my purple. I'm going to work that on and get the tag all covered in purple. And I may speed this up because it's probably going to take 2 coats. So I'll put on some music, I'll get this painted, and I will be right back with you guys when it's all done and dry. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that purple is coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and start the next phase. And what I want to do is I'm going to use this stencil. And this stencil is called Holly. And so for those of you who know me and know my studio, I have 2 cats, Holly and Chappie. And I just designed a line of stencils around them where you get the stencil and you get the mask to go with it. But I figured this would be perfect for Halloween, so this one is Holly, and I can tell it's Holly because my Holly has her ear clipped a little bit. And this stencil has 2 different sizes. This one is almost 5 inches, and this one is made for artist trading cards at only 3 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stencil and put it down at the bottom here. And real quick with my Dylusions, or I'm just going to go ahead, and I know I'm going to want my cat to be sitting at the bottom here, and I want it to be all black. So I'm going to go ahead and get out my black paint. Whoop. And I'm going to get one of my stenciling brushes. And I am going to move this out of the way a little so you may see some of the fan, but I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this stenciled. Just trying to go around and making sure I got all that well, and then let's see, moment of truth. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry guys, it was out of focus. Here we go. There is your Halloween black cat. And with this stencil, because of how it had to be cut so that the tail wouldn't fall off, you do have a little line here. So all you have to do is take your brush and just fill it in. Just like that. There we go. Alright, so we've got our Halloween kitty started. Now I want to go ahead and add in, let's see how I'm going to do this. That is the front. I want to add webbing around, but I don't want to lose because I have this really cool stencil that stamp that goes with it, and I was thinking it'd be great to do some shimmer. So maybe I think I'm going to try and do the lime green around, and then the purple will show through as the web. Let's see how this looks, guys. Let's see how this goes. It's gonna go very well or very badly. So I'm gonna grab out my Dylusions Fresh Lime. Get all the crusties off. And we're just gonna go funky with this. We'll see how it goes. Okay, now I need to move this in a bit. And do I want to do this with a dabber? Yes. So I may fast forward this bit, guys, because it's going to take me a little bit to do this, and then I will be right back. I know this looks like a mess, but it is salvageable, and I think it'll be cool when it's done. I've just got to get it dried. And I have a little bit of touch up to do. And as you guys saw, I was able to take that mask and use that to kind of protect the image while I was stamping around it. I'm just touching up a few spots that got a little bit of the green on them. All right. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the black, and I am going to edge this with black. So I need to get my dabber out and the black paint, and we will see how this goes. Just to kind of very lightly, oop, a little too far, I went a little too far. There we go. That's almost wiping off on the Dylusions paint. There we go. Just like that. Just going to go ahead and edge this gently. Give it a little cohesion. And then once we start getting some of that embossing on here, it's going to really look cool. I don't want to lose too much of that purple at the bottom. And at first I wasn't sure I liked the green, but I like how it's fading. I like how it's going into the purple. I think it's a cool effect. There we go. And now we have our tag edged and we've got our webbing going. I'm going to get this all dry. Alright guys, now comes the fun part. Now we get to try and emboss this. And I have to remember what was front and what was not. So let me keep this here for reference, because what you do is you keep the front facing forward when you put it down, so that when you go back over it and you go to flip it, you kind of line up, see? And it just gives a really cool look. So this will go over here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this. I need to get my coffee filter, which the cats are playing with on the floor, for catching my embossing powder. And let's see, what else do I need? And I'm going to use the Recollections, I think this is the black. Let me just make sure I grab the right one. I also have a purple sparkle one, but I don't think that'll show up right. Yes, this is not the right one. This is my purple embossing. Here we go. I want to use my Recollections Carbon Fine Charcoal, so it's black. Okay, so we've got that. Got my heat tool all set. Gonna get my VersaMark out, and let's get embossing. Take this off, and you can see all the faint lines shimmering. I'm going to hurry and get my embossing powder on here, although this thing's kind of seen its heyday. Let's see if it still sticks pretty good. Oh wow. And we do have a little bit of a line down the center, but still that's okay because I'm loving the way this is looking. And what I like about the Dylusions is you get such a beautiful look at that fine webbing. Really love that. All right. Now, before I do the heat gun on this, I have one final thing. I want to get my VersaMark marker out. This is an embossing pen, and I just want to gently trace the cat image. So we'll get a little bit of shimmer on here as well. So I'm trying to do this quickly before it all dries on me. And there we go, even our kitty will have some shimmer. To get this put away. Close this up. And time to get embossing. And there you go, guys, check that out. Look at the shimmer and shine on that. Now I think we need just one more thing, a little Happy Halloween sentiment up on top there. So I'm going to have a peek in my ephemera pack and I will be right back to see if there's something I want to use there. Alright guys, so I was looking through all my stickers and then I remembered that I had got the new Tim Holtz Idea-ology quote chips this year. So in them there was one that said Happy Halloween. And I do, since this green is faded and the purple's kind of faded, I want to bring the purple back out. So to do that, I'm going to grab one of my Distress Oxides. And I think I'm going to do the Wilted Purple, Wilted Violet because it's brighter. And I want to edge that Happy Halloween in the purple before I put it down. Just so that we get some more of that purple in here a little bit. Let's get that edged. We'll even get, I'm sorry guys, I'm doing this without you able to see. I just kind of rubbed, there we go. I didn't want too much Distress Oxide on there. So I'm just edging it. And I'm going to get out my glue stick. And I will get this glued down. Just like that. And I almost feel like it needs a little something else on it, but I don't know what. Sometimes it's better to stop before you go too far. So there we have our shimmery Black Cat Happy Halloween art journal tag. This one will be winging its way in Happy Mail to someone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It gave you some inspiration for sometimes less is more. Even though there's a voice inside me saying, add more, or you're not sure how the colors will turn out, just keep going with it. Just keep pushing yourselves and you can have a really cute piece like this. So thanks for watching. Happy Halloween, And if you like the stencil, remember I'll leave a link below and it's available in my Etsy shop. It's called Holly Back because it's the back of her. Thanks so much, guys. Alright guys, I know I said less is more, but then I felt like this still needed something, and I remembered I had bought this ribbon last year at the end of the year, and even though it's thick, I cut it apart and made some strips, and all I'm going to do is through the hole, I'm going to go ahead and pull them and then just kind of tie them and add just a little something to the top of this, even though I said I was done. Because that's what happens. I stop the video and then something dawns on me and I am getting sparkle all over. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to tie these real quick. Let me get this one tied up. I'm getting glitter all over me. And there we go, guys. I feel like it just needed a little extra something. And I'll be sure to get some photos of this once I get it positioned properly. There we go. Just a little bit of ribbon on top. Okay. I promise I'm done now, guys. Thanks so much again. Thanks for stopping by. And see, just that little extra bit was all it needed to finish it off. Happy Halloween!